And I did the corporate thing for, a bunch of years, and was in the real estate business, was a lender, was an asset manager. And then one day I decided, I had enough of this stuff, and I literally moved to Chicago, and that was the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey. And I just started living by my wits. Yeah, it's interesting. In retrospect, I have to tell you, we had a lot of guts to do what we did, because what we learned, and again, has always stuck with me, if we had tremendous focus and just did the best of what we do, we were going to be successful. So, we were, it's kind of my style anyway. I like to talk about basic blocking and tackling. That's what we focused on. We focused on just doing what we did really, really well and staying focused and just offering a better solution. And we got paid for it. The lesson I learned, because I had no experience at this at all, I was always, I started out just doing as an individual contributor and doing my own thing and competing with everybody else. And then at one point I realized it's like, I got 100 accounts. I can't manage accounts and close more accounts by myself. I've hit the limit. And so that's when I stepped away from the day-to-day stuff and started to say, okay, let me figure out how do I, scale and build a team and make them all productive. So that's how I transitioned into that. I just did it based on instincts. And, but I realized that it didn't do me any good if there was only one superstar. So, I learned pretty early on that we have to share best practices. The best guy, we had to figure out what he was doing so we could, transfer that knowledge to everybody else. I was always a big believer in, trying to run it like a sports team. I wanted everybody to talk to each other, share ideas, figure out what was working so we could all do that better. So I learned that pretty early on. Sales, as you know, comes in all kinds of, sizes and shapes and colors and personalities. It's a mixed bag. They're not all the same personality. That's okay. I mean, you could have somebody that's really outgoing or an introvert. It doesn't mean that they both cannot be successful. That's a big myth that got busted.